What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sergeant Moose here, back with another Evil Dead the Game video. And in today's video, guys, I want to talk a little bit about the Army of Darkness update, and more specifically, the balance changes that came with it. So the update's been out for a little while now, guys. We've gotten to test it out quite a bit. We've gotten to play it. We know the changes for both sides. We're used to them now. But what I want to know from you guys is, has the meta changed in the game in terms of speed running? Because as a solo queue survivor myself, and on the demon side, I've been seeing a lot more of this. Now, we have seen this type of technique previously to the balance bar update and the balance update in general, but I don't think we've seen it as much as we do now, and for good reason, because it's a lot easier to do now, considering the demon universally is not as strong early game, which in my opinion is a good thing. Now, I know a lot of you demons out there, like really good demons, are probably like, whoa, I'm a badass early game. I get it. Okay, I get it. But universally, in terms of core gameplay, the demon is built to not be as powerful early game, to give the survivors a chance to compete against it late game. So that's all well and good, guys, and I commend Saber for that, because it was an amazing update. It gives both sides more of a chance, and it really makes both sides kind of sweat to win the matches. That's all well and good, but what I've seen to combat this is more survivor speedrunning, and honestly, it can be trouble for the demon. Reason being is because the faster the survivors move through the missions, the less likely he's able to level up as fast and become more powerful, making it more difficult, especially on the Dagger and the Necronomicon, to fend off these survivors. So yesterday we made a video talking a little bit about the warrior class, specifically Henry the Red, and how crucial balance bar damage is now in this game. Because yes, of course, since early game balance bar damage has been nerfed on the demon side, that obviously means that survivors are going to take advantage of it now and make balance bar builds. I know I sure am. With that said, guys, to kind of complement the warrior classes, or the hunter classes too as well, anything that can take balance bar damage down, because that's become part of the meta now, is Pablo. And as you guys can see here on my screen, now we all know Pablo's capabilities, his camouflage. Of course, he can create amulets, things like that, but more talking about his camouflage than anything. Pablo is able to go around the map and not have to worry about the demon seeing him, even if he's feared, anything like that. Demon vision, if he's in a car. Now, the demon, if a smart demon will open up his map and he can see a car moving on the map if he notices a Pablo in the game. But that's different. Not a lot of demons do that. So Pablo can kind of be really independent, go around on his own, and do this thing. So in terms of speedrunning, what we're talking about is, I think Pablo has really bumped up higher than he was before. Now, he was good before at speedrunning missions, but back then, before the update, speedrunning didn't prove as important as it does now, considering the demon was much stronger before the patch early game. So with all of that said, guys, I think it's obvious why I see more Pablos now than ever before. Now, we did see a lot of them before, too, just because everybody likes to use them, because they got the camouflage, man. You know, they can kind of be independent, stray away from the team, not have to worry about much. But now, it's all about speedrunning as well, and that is one thing that Pablo is obviously the best at. And not to mention, he also is a support at the same time. So you can have one Pablo going around doing that thing as a support, then you can have a couple other strong guys, you know, have a few warriors, have a hunter, maybe a leader in there somewhere too. Everybody's doing balance bar damage, and of course, ultimately, you're starting the Dagger and the Pages before the demon is, you know, level 5 or 6, top sometimes, maybe a little bit higher, but still not high enough to be able to compete within the Dagger and the Pages. And again, guys, I know there's some badass demons out there, but I'm talking more of a universal play style from demons. So with that said, guys, I think Pablo has propelled himself as obviously probably the best support in the game now. Not in terms of just support, but just his class in general with his camouflage. And pair that with, you know, a few warriors, a hunter, maybe, you know, a leader, or however you want to mix it up with balance bar damage. You're going to do a ton of damage, be very effective with balance bar damage when you're on the Pages in the book, or the Pages in the Dagger, because the demon's still going to be low level. He doesn't have anything, you know, really upgraded yet, so you're going to take this stuff out as quick as possible. So in a nutshell, guys, I think speedrunning, personally, has become a new meta for this game, and I don't really know how I feel about it right now. Now, I do like to use Pablo a lot, and I do like to try this method quite a bit, and most of the time it does work, considering I am a solo queue survivor. If we have some other, pretty competent teammates, it usually works out that way. And it can be really, it can be a struggle on the demon side, because they have to sweat. Now, they have to level up as fast as possible, because a lot of demons, they see a Pablo in the game, and they know what's going to go down, so they got to get moving right off the bat. So with all of that said, guys, now I do want to make myself clear about this. I don't think this is game-breaking, in any effect or anything like that. I think it's a strategy, and I think it's a really good strategy. I just don't know if this was, intended. But at the same time, I don't see it as a big issue, because still a good demon will know what to do in this situation. But again, universally speaking, it can be trouble for the demon. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Has speedrunning become your meta? If you play demon, how do you feel about speedrunning? Survivor speedrunning missions. How do you counter it when you're demon? I want to know those types of things from you guys and your opinions on this. I'm really not going to go through my Pablo build here. My Pablo build is mainly built for support and balance bar damage. That's essentially what it is for. Balance bar damage for ranged and melee weapons, to kind of give him a little more versatility there in that department. Of course, the shemps and things like that, extra health, all that cool stuff that you would do with the support. That's kind of what we do with our Pablo. Nothing really incredible. I could have went with Arcane Knowledge here. This gives you a 50% increase in your radius to see objectives, but if you know the maps kind of well and you've been playing the game for a little while, you kind of have an idea of where the objectives are going to spawn. So it still shouldn't take that long. So I think that's 3 points that you could kind of save and use on something else. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, a little bit about the speed running, if it's, kind of becoming a new meta on the Survivor side. Talk about why Pablo is now more important than ever. And again, to get your opinion. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're going to try to do daily Evil Dead videos here on survivors and demons and stuff. I really love this stuff, guys. So with that said, guys, my name's Sergeant Moose. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.